Hey everybody, it's Hyper. Welcome to my video series of SCUM tips and tricks. So these first videos you're going to see are about pretty much the cooking mechanics, the foraging, the hunting, all the basic stuff to get you started so you can enjoy your PvP experience then onward. So thanks for tuning in, and here's the video. Peace! Here we are, back with SCUM, one of my favorite games of all time. What Gamepires is doing is fantastic. If you haven't played it, you need to play it. But most of you are here because you probably read the title, and you want to learn how to cook some food in SCUM. So I guess we'll get started with that. Now, a few things for starters. The best way to cook in SCUM is not on an improvised barbecue, especially if you're in PvE, like E, or not PvE, PvP. Mainly being because it's a pain to make it, and it takes forever, and it doesn't really work all that well right now, especially if you don't have something like a I don't know, a pot to cook your food in. Even then, it's glitchy. It doesn't work all the time. So I'm gonna start off by doing something here to show you guys how fires really work. What you're gonna want to do is build either an improvised fireplace or a fire rink, right? And you're gonna need to make sure it's fueled up all the way. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. So, small logs work great. I like small logs because you could get them from cutting down a bush. And, you know, we don't need to make SCUM harder than it is. It's already really hard. I enjoy the challenge, but sometimes it's just brutal, man. Like, that's part of the fun, but, you know, why make it harder when you could just master what you already have? Now, some people think, oh, it's too hard. I'm going to burn my food, or it's going to not cook, or it's going to take forever, or it's going to be overcooked, but I'm going to teach you how to do that right away. Now, one of the easiest things to do is look at the fire. You're going to notice something very clear right here. If you look at the fire, you're going to see that there's this bright ring around it right here, where it's like this yellow light coming off of it, right, in the immediate area, right? Then you're going to notice a second ring that's right around right here. It might be hard for you guys to see, but if you're in-game, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, there's this area where it's a second ring of, like, light, and then it just starts to fade into darkness right away. And you'll notice there's, like, a border of it right around here where the light stops before it starts to fade.
Hey everybody, just to elaborate, if you look at the medium area, you're going to notice that it's a lot more smooth, less jagged and bumpy than the dark area, but it's also a lot less bright than the bright area. It might be hard to see now, but you'll know what I'm talking about when you give it a little practice.
What you want to do is place your meat anywhere along that line before it starts to fade. And that's going to immediately put it at the perfect distance to not be burning, but to be hot and start cooking right away. And I'm not talking about hot and cooking a little bit. That sizzling and popping is what you want to hear. Again, if you hear it too much, your food's burning. But this is going to always be the perfect amount. Always. This little, like, second ring will always be perfect for a fire ring to cook all the way. Second little tip I want you guys to know is if you're playing on PvE, you don't have to constantly move your steak. Like, people are saying you have to constantly move your steak around to keep updating it. That's not true. That's only for a server you're playing on. I don't know why that is. Probably has to do something with, like, tick rates and ping. I'm not sure exactly. But PvE, like single player, you don't need to worry about that. But if you are playing on a server, you're going to have to move your meat around along that line frequently to get it to update of whether it's cooked, hot, cold, whatever. Whatever it may be, you need to move it around for it to do that. Now, it takes around, I want to say 3 minutes in my previous testing to cook in this way, but if you have a full fire and you place them exactly here on the second ring within your cabin, it'll cook perfect every time. You'll also notice when it is cooked that the sound of the sizzling changes quite noticeably. In the meantime, we'll talk about a few other things, right? Metabolism. You're going to notice right away that I have 3.1 dexterity. It was 3.25 earlier, but I'm gaining a lot of fat because I haven't been running around a lot. And my strength is at 4, but it's actually above the base because I started at like 3.98. Now I'm at 4.02. That's because I'm eating a lot of protein and doing stuff under a load, right? And that's going to build my strength, my constitution, and my dexterity. All of those at once. So Doing this is very helpful. Another thing you're going to notice is all my vitamins are pretty good except for D. D is not doing so hot. And the reason being is, well, it's the hardest vitamin to get in the game. And when this starts to dwindle, the rest of them starts to dwindle if you get too much of a deficiency. You want to get your strength up, you need to have high protein and work out and move around a lot. But if you want to lose weight to build your dexterity, you need to have low sugar, low carbs, and low fat in general. All right? It seems pain in the ass. You're going to gain fat as you eat, but you'll burn it off. Just make sure you're doing more running, more activities, more fighting, doing stuff rather than just standing around idly. Don't eat a bunch of steaks before you go camp and, go sniping and plan like a passive raid or something like that. You don't want to do that. You want to do this before you go move around and explore. Okay? And I'm going to show you how to get your other vitamins up too, because people are saying, oh yeah, just get a vitamin pack. That's not true. Look at those percentages. Like the highest percentage you get the entire pack is for vitamin A, and it's 7%. And then you look at the carbs, these pills are almost all sugar. 98% sugar, so it's just not a good trade-off. And if you take too many of them, it's going to make you puke. It'll make you sick. So just don't worry about pills. They're not worth it. They really aren't. All right, you heard that sound just changed, right? It just changed right before I said that. Good timing. And you'll see it says slightly cooked now. You heard the sizzling go to have more like a white noise, like shh kind of sound in the background. Now all of these are going to say slightly cooked because we're right there. Now very soon you're going to hear the sound change again, and that means one of them is finished, or a few of them are finished. That might be it. Let's see. Nope. You'll hear what I'm talking about. And I have background music, but you'll still be able to hear it over it. As I was saying, though, I'm going to teach you where to find all these vitamins naturally, and not have to worry about pills or deficiencies and stuff like that. It's kind of a pain, especially on vanilla settings, but it's very doable. And honestly, the metagame, it's kind of relaxing, kind of fun. I enjoyed foraging for mushrooms and finding vegetables. And honestly, the hunting in this game, for a game like SCUM, this survival experience, it's not like Ark, it's not like DayZ, it's not like Rust. It's actually, there we go, here we go, there's that sound change. Let's see which one of these is cooked. Maybe it's just messing with me. Oh, I moved, that's sorry. Well, sound change didn't happen, I just moved, because, oh, there it was. That wet sound, let's see. Come on, one of these has to be cooked, I'm hearing it. Or am I mistaken? Pretty sure I hear it. There we go. See, I wasn't crazy. It just takes a while for the updates to show up. I think it's this steak that's cooked. No, it's not. It's got to be this one, maybe? I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. You hear that steady sizzling? It's that one. That one's cooked too. Let's check the taste. That one's cooked too. Check the taste. Slightly cooked. All right, we'll just listen to this one, and you'll hear the sound change I'm talking about. It's starting to get kind of louder. There you go. It gets that louder sizzling sound. Not the same sound as if it's burning, but a louder sizzling sound. And if you make a steak, just eat the entire thing. There's no point in eating a part of it just because it takes so long. There's no point in doing that. It's not worth your time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching my video. Hopefully you stick around, like, subscribe, turn that notification bell on if you like my stuff, and if not, go ahead, feel free, leave comments, critiques, suggestions. I like to know what you guys want to see, what I can make in the future, and anything helps. If you want to help me with my videos or be in them in the future, help me make content, that'd be great too. Just go ahead and contact me in the comments and we'll see what we can do. This right here is a server I just opened up. My friends and I play on it. I started a new one just because I wanted, a fresh start, learn the survival stuff. Oh, nice. All over again, and, just start my SCUM journey fresh. I want to open this to the public eventually, so maybe if we build up a small community, I'll be able to get more server slots, and we could start our own little thing. It'll be nice. I'm looking forward to it. So again, thanks for coming. like, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and I'll see you next time. Peace.